Hello, everybody, and welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. For today's video, we are diving back into Stellaris. It's been a while since I gotten into this game. It's been like, honestly, probably like 5 months now, if not 6 months now, since I've gotten into this game. I got burnt out, guys, so I apologize for sort of the lapse in this game. I know a lot of people follow me for my newbie playthroughs of this, and these are still going to be newbie playthroughs, by the way. I don't consider myself even going to attempt to be an expert at this game. I just like it because it's a nice, like, chill, uh, galactic strategy roleplay kind of game. I really like that angle of it. So, what we're going to do first is check out the Infernals DLCs, and then we'll figure out what kind of campaign we're running into for my return back to Stellaris. So first things first, we are going to get into new game here. Before I recorded this video, I kind of had the idea of running a stream of like going through all the empires I would be including into our campaigns. So the stream didn't work out just because personal plans got in the way. But I went ahead and worked on it. There's still a couple empires I would like to add into this. Potentially one more. But I do have our first ever campaign empire that we did, which is obviously United Nations. It's kind of like the go-to for starting campaigns. But I did modify a couple things for the presets on some of these empires, and I came up with a couple new empires that we're going to be throwing into the mix on this. So it should be a lot of fun. But we'll figure things out as we go along. For the Infernals specifically, though, we did get a new preset empire. It's going to be right here. The Harag Thule Planet Forgers. And they have an origin called Red Giants. So we'll check this out in a minute, but this is the new preset action, so let's go ahead and edit things out and take a look here. So these are the new Infernal portraits. There's some, they brought in some ones from previous DLCs. So this was the Lithoids DLC, which makes sense. I'm not going to critique it too much. I actually think these guys would be perfect for Infernals, personally. But these are all the new portraits. So, got that dude. That dude. I already kind of don't like that one. I do like this one a little bit. We have this guy. It's kind of a neutral reaction for me personally. I do think this is interesting. Kind of a mech suit situation. I think that's kind of cool. I don't find that interesting, really. Same with those guys. I don't really find that interesting. That's just weird to me. These guys are kind of just weird to me too. I like Stellaris' portraits in general. I think all of these are really wonderful because it's just, I think the art direction of this game is spot on. But for the most part, like me personally, I don't really like most of the portraits for what I use. I don't mind them being like random empires. But whenever I craft an empire, I like it being as aesthetically pleasing to my eyes as possible. And like, for the most part, most DLCs only have like one or two portraits I like. But diving into the last one here, we have this guy, which definitely doesn't look like anything I'd be interested in. But it's still an interesting concept. But yeah. I think what I'm going to do is we'll switch out the portraits from this guy to this guy. And just continue on here. So we have Red Giants. And we got two, looks like we got two new origins with this. I believe most of this is older content, I should say, not that it's necessarily old. Although Stellaris is turning into a 10-year game now, so that's also kind of alright. Yeah, it looks like we have two. We have Red Giant. Civilization is at a crossroads. Red Giant, at the heart of its system, is warming up their planet, threatening to cook them alive. Can they adapt until the cause is found and fixed, or will they decide to embrace the heat, capitalizing on these strange and perhaps unnatural changes? Effects: Volcanic World habitability, plus 20%. I think they added in a whole new... They did. I wonder if this will spawn randomly in the galaxy, but we'll find out. Anyway, so Red Giant. And then Cosmic Dawn. The civilization did not rise. It was released. As the stasis pods unlocked, they awakened to a world aged beyond recognition. Yet all is not lost. Scattered beneath dust and ruin across the galaxy, their past endures and waiting to be rediscovered. That sounds like an interesting campaign. This is also a volcanic world, so that's something. Initial pops minus 600. Does not have hive mind. Okay. Ancient site stasis plus 5. I guess we gotta... Okay. Those are probably blockers that we gotta spend entry credits on. But anyways... Let's go back to portraits. I like these guys. I like both of these guys, to be honest. I don't know which one to choose, guys. I think what we'll do is just hit move on. Galvic synthesis. Despotic hegemony. Alright. Galvic synthesis. Alright, so this is a new ethic that we got in. I wonder if anything else pops up here. Crowd. Nothing's showing that's new as far as these edicts go. Yeah, so looks like these are the only two new ones. So galvanic synthesis is... The society is able to synthesize regular alloys into living metal and molds its strength and shape-changing properties directly into their technology. It starts with living metal, already researched. Homeworld is a living metal sediment. Interesting. Okay. And then Planet Forgers. The society thrives in volcanic environments and will even create them artificially when nature falls short. Okay. Okay. And then traits, we have Thermophile, which is interesting. Shell Slag. And integrated symbiosis with living metal alloys. This species grows not in the traditional sense, but through the accretion of self-assembly of biophosphorus structures. Okay. And then pyroclastic channeling. Shaped by the relentless fury of volcanic worlds, this species does not fear pyroclastic forces. They channel manipulate them, transforming devastation into vital sources of sustenance and power. Growth speed on volcanic worlds plus 10%. Okay. And then this one has us producing living metal, so that's interesting. And then negative trait is sedentary, right? Doesn't seem to be anything else. Chromalags, fire straight, color the species has transcended. Alright. I don't think this is. So I think shelled is new. Whether naturally grown or found by chance or design, the species carries their homes with them. These shells provide a protective sanctuary, ensuring there is also a place to rest for the night. Top housing, okay. Spare organs. Species evolved redundant organs to survive even the most grievous injuries. Successful adaptation as evidenced by their continued existence. Then seasonal dormancy. Okay, that's new. The species has evolved on a planet with cyclic seasons that support hibernation. In the modern age, these seasonal triggers can be artificially stimulated to efficient or less productive members of society. Okay. Invasive species, rapid reproduction, high dispersal abilities, 0 useful capabilities. Alright, that's fun. I think that's all the recent ones. Cranial hypertrophy. Cranial the species neural acid has inflated to the point where its physical capabilities have been somewhat limited. Okay. Sake of ulcering. The internal fluids of the species serve as their most potent defense, highly corrosive and lethal. These liquids ensure that any enemy regrets poking holes. Okay. Is that all of the new ones? I think so. Uncanny intuition. Inexplicable ability to navigate through complex problems on its first attempt. Alright. Well, anyways, moving on from this. I think those are all the traits that came in new. And we have 3 infernal naming schemes. Or 4 infernal. Okay, come on. There we go. 4 infernal naming schemes. Okay, there's nothing too drastically different from one another, so that's fine. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright. In class. Volcanic. We can't even pick these other ones. Red Giant System. Okay, that's good. And then let's see if there's any. I know we get a new city with this regardless. But alright, Infernal City. I love how Wilderness looks on just a destroyed background. But the Infernal City looks good. And new rooms. It should just be the one. Yeah, just one Infernal room. We need more rooms, guys. With the amount of civilizations that we have in this game, we need a lot more. Like, maybe not cities per se, because that's more of like what kind of empire you are. As far as race goes, or species goes. But like rooms needs a lot more variety in my opinion. I think Stellaris would benefit greatly from more rooms, guys. I'm sure there's mods I can use, but like just in general, devs, like please just give us more rooms. And then here are the Infernal voice.
Where others wither, we thrive.
Yes.
We will transform this cold, dark galaxy into a blazing haven.
That's solid. Alright, flagging now, here are all the Infernal stuff. Try to get it more like a monotone so you guys can see what it looks like just by themselves. Yeah, it's better. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Those are the 12 new ones. I think this really is one of the better ones. I like this one. I do potentially like this one. This one's interesting. And that's about it for me personally. Getting on to ship set, we have the new Infernal ship set, which is honestly, that kind of looks really dope. Look at that. So we have corvettes, we have the frigates, we have the destroyers, and then we have the cruisers, battleships, and Titans. Solid, look at that. Construction ships. Colony ship, which has a freaking volcano in the middle of that. Look at that. It's kind of ridiculous. But honestly, I like it. That's fun. Oh my god. Science ship, which is also kind of cool. Citadel. Colossus. And we have the Juggernaut. And then finally the Habitat Complex. Does this have a volcano in the middle of it too? Doesn't look like it. That'd be a nice touch again if they did that. But anyways, that should be the ship set. I came in on that. It's the last one down here. Then ruler appearances. Not too many color varieties on that. The traits, okay. Alright. I think I like these guys the most. I think we'll go with this for this faction. Let's go back to the flag and see what we can change up here. Because originally it was like that. Which is okay. I prefer more of a lighter color on that. Maybe even... I don't know. Didn't get any new banners with this, though. That's unfortunate. I wish we had more. Ooh, actually, I like this. Try something with a little bit more of the red. Solid red. I do kind of like that. Actually, I think this is kind of cool because it's like the lava flow, you know? Yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay. So let's have more color variety on that. It's interesting. It's kind of an older model. We'll go with that, though. This is the guy that was in the trailer for the DLC, too. Mining Rush, yeah. Fanatic Materialist. Totalitarian regime. Yeah, I don't think that this would be like a dynasty thing. I think it would be more of a yeah, we'll keep it to that. Actually, you know what? I think what we could do is we'll switch it back to the regulars and we'll make a separate empire for the other origin, which will be those guys. I think that would fit best, but we'll keep everything else on this. And then what we'll do is that we'll create a new empire, which will have the Infernals for these guys. And then have them be the Cosmic Dawn origin. Because I've kind of built out all the other empires to have unique origins to them. So this will be the next one. Cosmic Dawn, Government. I feel like these guys would be a little bit more of an oligarchy. Kind of like the less authoritarian version of the other guys. But with this one, let's see here. Technarchy. Yeah, we'll do that. It's able to synthesize regular alloys into living metal. Yeah, we should still be able to do that. What was the other ethic that we still had? Tank bound. Out there suspended in vats and specialized biofluids. As such, reliant on necessary equipment and capable of engaging directly in physical work. Ooh. Okay. I would rather switch that out with tank bound because that would make more sense for them as a faction. But these are planet forgers as well. But that's not really their origin, though. So we got to think about the origin of their stuff. So, a rational consensus. A little bit more materialistic. Yeah, science store. I haven't made a rational consensus yet, so we'll go with that. On things. The guys are tank bound, so that gives us a little bit more points to work with. Crucible community. Let's see here. Not really adaptive. Shell slag. Nah, not rapid breathers. Unbreakable resolve. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have the same growth speed with volcanic worlds on them. Not really conservationists or anything. I feel like natural engineers would be good for him. With... I'm not sure. Conformist. Yeah, I feel like government ethics, industrious. Yeah, we'll add that on there. That makes a little bit more sense for me. I think what we could do, though, is that these guys are definitely non-adaptive, since they're tank-bound. Actually, since they're tank-bound, that doesn't really mean anything. I feel like solitary would make sense. What are the two -2 aspects? Unruly? That makes a little bit more sense. Alright, what are the other Infernals that we had was Infernal 4. We need a different Infernal naming scheme here. It's a car. I feel like this is the better one. Yeah, we'll go with 2 on that. The Oshfollow? Nah. The Deepling? Yeah. Karkato. Yeah, we'll go with that for right now. I don't have better names for this. Star Consensus. That's a Union. Yeah. And Volcanic Preference World, we did not set a name. I like having things different from one another. Depohol and Holar. Okay, that's better. And then we'll have this be another Infernal on that. If anything, it could be something more machine-like. Just to give it a different room from the others that we have. Actually, if anything, we can fix up the rooms with the other guys instead. Yeah, again, like, a couple more rooms would have been nice, Stellaris. Just saying. Based on government.
We will transform this cold, dark galaxy into a...
We've already heard that line. But for this one, let us pick out a different symbol, because that was the last one. I think what we could do... I might go with this. Potentially. Eh. Again, like, none of these are that great. I don't know, guys. I always debate what I'm doing on these. Probably debate a little bit too much. It's not fitting quite right. It's not fitting quite right. It's not fitting. None of these are fitting quite right. That's not bad. Ooh, that's it's kind of working for me a little bit, to be honest. That is working for me a lot with the Halloween colors. Yeah, it's just not fitting in right with the banners. I think what we had originally was just the stripe would be best. It's either the stripe or the half and half. And personally, I'm voting the stripe, so we'll go with that for right now. Let me know if you guys want that changed. Definitely not mammalian. Thought that like not that na beta na beta. Yeah. That is an interesting greeting. Let's check out the other one to see if it actually has the same. Eye for talent. Do mine and rush like we did on the others. Okay. Alright, so we saved that. I feel like we gotta change the name of this though. Hold on, guys. Yeah, we'll do that instead. Let's lead off the other one here. Yep. Okay, so we'll have both of these guys in here in our next campaign. And I just want to see if it's the same greeting. No, it's not. It changes with the portrait. Okay, that's cool. Alright. That's dope. Alrighty. So, anyways, that's the new DLC and basically what comes with it. At the very least, I can't tell you guys any more information on that because again, I'm not a Stellaris tryhard. I don't try to sweat at this game, like I know a lot of other people try to, but I do like including stuff. So what we're going to do here is, we're not going to have any human colonies, like lost colonies, but what I will have here is we'll go ahead and build out, since I never use this portrait, I'll use it for this campaign one time. We'll use it one time, guys. I don't like this. I much prefer this. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and build out our own little Terran faction. Because again, we're playing through Prosperous Unification first. That is the proper reset that we're having. And we'll just go through all this and sort of turn it into the Terran Union, because I do want to have us be Citizen Republic. I love that. Sovereign Guardianship, Defensive Union. Okay, the collection of warring tribes has developed a historical preference for entrenched territories and defensive posturing. Now united, they are prepared to bring this philosophy to the stars. Empire size from planets plus 100% empire size. For branch offices plus 100% empire size from pops minus 50. Districts. And like weight plus 20. Okay. Because again, I kind of like the idea of being a little bit more militaristic right now. I think that's where I'm aiming at. And I kind of always wanted to try the sovereign guardianship. I've done citizen service before, which helps. But I'm just curious how this will play out. Sort of a role-playing kind of thing. Traits, obviously, we're keeping the same. The even scheme will keep the same. This, I think, will form Terran Federation and stuff. Why is that random starting solar system? It should be the solar system. That's weird to me. And then rooms. Yes, that's fine. Then
hyperdrive primed. All systems
not
ready.
What we're wanting.
Now, let's see what's out there.
Hull integrity failing. Decompression imminent. It's been an honor, Captain.
There we go. That's kind of what we want. I think we'll use this moving forward, and then the banner itself, we'll switch out the colors. Secondary colors. And then we'll just have a field of dark green. I think that'll work out. Because the beige matches the beige of the emblem. And that'll be fine for this. As far as ship sets go, obviously humanoid. But kind of like the idea of cybernetic. Yeah, we're not going that far with it. We'll just go normal humanoid ship. Because why not? Those Taurus, goes right. What's a good Dmitri Turgenev? Hawkins. Clay Lewis. Fucking O'Connor, nah. Luis Perez. Yeah, we'll go with that. That guy's got a mean face. We'll go with that. Give him a good beard. I hate the fact that this has so many freaking hairstyles to it. Like 86, I gotta cycle through 86. Are you kidding me? Here we are. That's what I'm wanting. Yeah. That's solid. I like that. Yeah, that's the best one, I think. Luis Perez, let's go.
En val gör dem.
Alright. Principled spycrafts. For talent. Okay. And then prosperous unification. I like that color of the ship. We'll go with that. Okay. Duration for my own sake, and here we are. All right. So we're going to keep things to cadet because again, I'm getting back into this game after how many months? And kind of want to set things up a little bit more different. But Galaxy is huge, which is fine. Because I think what I want is... Let's expand to 20 empires. 10 advanced AR starts in all the fallen empires possible with that. That's a broad thing. Would be Spiral Galaxy to match the Milky Way. Iron Mode. We'll disable Iron Mode because I don't really care about achievements in this, and I want to make sure my saves work properly. Because sometimes, like, if there's a power outage or a crash in my area, I'll lose the game. And if I'm recording in the middle of that, like, that's hours of stuff potentially lost. So I'd rather just hold on to saves. And let's get into advances. The crisis type, I think I want all. Crisis strength 1.5 is fine. Scaling difficulty, mid-game. Maximum at the mid-game or in-game. I don't care about that. And modifiers. Whatever. Yeah, aggressiveness is normal. That's fine. Just go ceiling. Alright, scaling, technology cost. I think what I want to do is potentially increase technology cost a bit. Same thing with tradition. Planetary discuss transfer speed, compatibility. Yeah, we'll be fine. Habitable worlds. I feel like we're okay on that. For FTL, that's fine too. Empire placement, that's fine. Advanced neighbors. Yeah, disabled. Banning gateways, that's fine. Wormhole pairs, that's fine. Guaranteed habitable worlds. 2. That's okay. Precursors, all of them. And then I think what I want to do is sort of stretch out the campaign a little bit. Game start. How long is I think we'll do let me adjust this proper. That's not even a thing. Just do 3,000 with mid-end game start year at like 250 potentially, and then mid-game start. Honestly, yeah, let me reset the default on those. Game start year 30. We'll bump that up. So like that. And then the victory year will be 3,000. Yeah. Marauder Empires. We gotta expand how big this is. There we go. Density. We were having 20 empires, and I wanted about... Yeah, we'll do 8. Fallen empires, we'll mix that out. Okay. And events. Sorry, what we're looking at here. We were... All this is good to me. I don't think that's... Storm maximum end year. Alright. Storms are kind of crazy to me. That DLC was interesting. I feel like we could bump this up to like 240 and bump that up to 280 potentially. I'm messing with this for the first time, really. I don't know what I'm doing with that. But the rest of this stuff is fine. I think technology costs will be fine on that. Yeah, we'll bump it up to 1.5, I think. Because we are expanding the victory year, so we kind of still need to have technology to research on things. So, alright. Alright, cool guys. Let's start our new campaign. I know that took almost probably about 50 minutes. But we'll go ahead and get started into this with Prosperous Unification Origin, playing as humanity, playing militaristic defensive with them, and see how this campaign goes. So it's going to take a bit for things to load in with a 1,000 system map, but it should be worth. It should be worth. Loading map graphics. Alright. Can't believe that's what it's taking forever on. Alright, cool. Let's get into this. Interesting start. First things first, let us go ahead and pick technologies. Definitely powered exoskeletons first, I think, will be best. Planetary unification will also be best. And then... honestly, field manipulation would be worth, I think, yeah. Do that. Anything that increases our bonuses early on will be worth. Oh, this is a weird start. I don't like this at all. Backing out. I do not want to be in the center of the galaxy. I want to be more lore accurate to where we are in like one of the edge or middle rings. Give me a sec. Alright, same thing pretty much. Let's go. But, I don't know, I'm kind of excited to get back into Stellaris, guys. It's been a bit, and I know I've been kind of absent from the channel for a while. On a little bit of a hiatus. It's kind of got burnt out. You know how that goes. But with this and a few other projects I'm working on for next year, I'm really pushing to make 2026 my most successful year for the channel so far. So a lot of fun projects for you guys coming up, and I hope you enjoy them, with Stellaris being a mainstay during next year. Because there's a lot of content to get through on this game, so that means a lot of videos. So I'm hoping to have at least just once a week at the least for you guys. But I think I will be streaming this a lot more. Alright, there we go. Let's see where we are on the map before we actually continue going through on things. Okay, this is a little bit better. This is a little bit more lore accurate. Definitely going with this. Alright, so first things first, let's get technology researched. I do want to get powered exoskeletons because we need to get some robo pops going here. Nice unification just for the roleplay on that, because we're trying to create a better union with our people. And then field dynamics sensor. Definitely think we'll go with the energy credits one. That'll be best. Build out all this stuff. Let me... Okay, there we go. Alright. Still a bit loud, those effects. Give me a sec, guys. Right around there, I think. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and build out all of our stations around here. And it looks like we already have habitable worlds, which is fantastic. So we have a continental world in Alpha Centauri, which is awesome. Bernard Star has 2 habitable worlds, which I've never seen before. One is a ocean world, which is fantastic. And the other one is an arid world, which is not bad as far as like dry climates go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and send our boys out. And we'll survey Alpha Centauri first. And then what I will do is make sure that we are building another science ship. I could build 2 more science ships because we want to need those guys out and about as fast as possible. And advance time. So that's cool. Archaeological site discovered. Where ants? Interesting. Contact reports on remnants. Terran Federation is abuzz with news of alien remnants that were recently studied. These remains are considered definite proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. Still be alone. We may still be alone now, but we are at least not the first to be so. Diversity enriches our collective wisdom. Alright, cool. So, my kind of like headcanon for the Terran Federation on this is that we were sort of warring states in like a World War III kind of deal where everyone was kind of in their own factions. And then when the war ended, we kind of all agreed just to kind of keep things peaceful. And as we started exploring into space, the Union turns into more of like a confederation of nations rather than like any sort of like unified states. Sort of like a Commonwealth situation as opposed to like a United States situation. At least that's how I'm thinking in my headcanon for this playthrough. Anyways, let's go ahead and advance time. So us expanding out in the galaxy is really us just trying to be new to this whole environment. There we go. But I think we'll game the campaign just a little bit longer. and then call that a video for today. And then I'll let you guys know what our stream schedule is for this game and upload schedule is for this game moving forward. Molten World habitability. Will this actually work for volcanic pops? I wonder. Because, like, let's say, like, we run into them and we have, like, a migration treaty. Could I settle them on this planet? I'm kind of curious now. I guess that's what we'll find out in the grand scheme of things. Let me bring master volume up just a little bit. Trying to balance out the music a little bit more. But anyways. So yeah, I'm kind of glad to be back, guys. I'm still kind of slowly getting back into things. We're not jumping back into content creation just yet, because I have a lot of plans for next year that I'm really hoping to get into. But I just want to have something going for the channel that's not just like Throwback Thursdays. And Stellaris, to me, just fits that bill a lot better than any other games I could think of right now. We have our first tradition. Let's select that out. Definitely a discovery.
Council agenda available.
Council agenda available. What is my advisor voice in this? I could have sworn. Yeah, it's still Soldier. Why was the original popping up? Anyways. Questions I don't have answers for. But we should have our science ships built out now. Yep. Let's go ahead and get this Unity going here. We'll get our youngest scientist out. Yeah, we'll get her, actually. Second to youngest. And send her just on random surveying. Looks like our construction ship is almost done. Send them off to Alpha Centauri next. And then we can build out another construction ship to start building out the rest of our empire. We might actually have, like, good choke points here. Because if there's no entrance to anywhere here, we can have Bernard's Star be a choke point, have this be a choke point,
Construction
and then
complete.
this be a choke point, potentially. And then that sets us up for a solid defense for our empire. Which is always good. I should have enough now for another scientist. Yes, I do. Let's go. And then send you out for random surveying as well. Get out there, guys. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for today's video, guys. TF. Save 1. Boom. That way we know where our starting point is in the next video. Yeah, I appreciate all of you for dropping by for my little return here to Stellaris. I hope this is the start of a lot of wonderful campaigns for the future. And a lot of learning too, because I'm still just a novice at this game. So hopefully I might get good one day with this. But if not, I ask everybody, just please be kind in comment section on advices that you got. And yeah. Thanks for dropping by to my little corner of the internet. Pray God keeps us all safe and wise in these crazy and unpredictable times that we're living in. Make sure to work in wisdom all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the holiday season. I'm recording this like right before the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and I'm planning on having this video out Saturday. So hopefully everything goes according to that. It should, because I'm trying to get all that work done tonight. But if not, guys, that's what you know. I am working on this stuff. I'm trying to. Now that I'm hoping to get life a little bit more calmed down. But again, holiday season and things are busy on my end, so I'll get things stuff out ASAP for you. So with that being said, if you guys want to keep up to date with me, make sure to follow my socials down below. If you guys want to join my public community Discord, links to that as well. I'm mainly active on Twitter, though, if you guys are looking for updates, so follow me there. Or X, whatever they call it. I will always call that Twitter. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want to see and get notifications of when I come out with more videos on these campaigns, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Appreciate it, guys. That really helps out the channel the most. It's just following and dropping in. So I appreciate all of you, and very grateful that you're here. So until I see you all next time, peace.